Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killerrodan. So today I want to make another video discussing somebody being, well, stupid, just really weird I guess. I will post a link down below in the description box for my second channel. I will post a link down below for Elvis as well, if you want to see some gaming content I guess, if that's your cup of tea. Anywho, just get to a damn point here. So I'll be discussing yet another religious individual, and of course he's a pastor, obviously. So the video I'll be responding to, he's trying to discuss that the gay movement is not about civil rights because ultimately, according to this guy, it's about bullying people, and that's which is laughable. So of course he grew up in such a way to believe that he's a part of this international ministry and as part of the new reformed kind of a thing because he grew up to believe that his version of the Bible is the absolute truth and everyone else must believe in it. So here we go. Guys, I would like to just go on and watch one of my TV shows here that I would watch occasionally. Honestly, I find this more entertaining than this garbage. I mean, okay, Family Guy's not as good as it used to be. I'll give it that. Sure, I'm just putting it out there. I guess go watch some of the earlier stuff. I guess I reckon. But anyway, I mean, I could always also give a watch to some anime, which I haven't really reviewed all that much, at least talked about that much. I should get back to that. Talk about more anime and whatnot. I actually miss doing that, really. I've done that occasionally here and there on this channel, and any other channel, but it should be more frequent. Yeah. Actually, now you got me dozing off here. Christ. I'm just thinking out loud here, that's all. But seriously, I really have to get back to anime. I have to do that. Alright, okay, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. And let's just, yeah, get this dumb shit out the way.
So let's go on with a number three argument. This is a violation of my civil rights.
Okay, I'm still confused. What does that even mean exactly? I mean, yes, I do realize that you're trying to use this as a setup to do some kind of counter argument because he knows that he will get some backlash for making this video. So he's trying to do like a preemptive strike so people can see his perspective on this situation.
And it's not a civil rights issue. Nowhere in the Bill of Rights or any legislation proceeding from it are homosexuals excluded from rights that all citizens enjoy.
And I don't know if this guy is just brain dead or something, or if he's trolling because he just gave himself the answer. There, that right there. That's the answer. There you go. Yeah, those limited rights in the government, and gay people want more rights, not more than the other, but it's too little. It's way too little for them. You just gave yourself the answer.
Right to vote, they have right to medicine, and it's somewhat, I think, offensive to those who are minorities.
What the fuck are you talking about? No, really, what the fuck are you talking about? You're South Korean. You should know better. You're a minority yourself. So again, what the fuck are you talking about? You of all people should know how it should be feeling like for when it comes to being discriminated against, for being different. What?
Can't change the color of their skin, including me, and those who are African American who've had an upbringing where there was a time where they couldn't eat in the same restaurant.
Yes, exactly. Again, you of all people should know how that feels like because I'm pretty sure way back in the day you got a lot of shit for being Korean. And we all know a lot of people out there are really attacked Asians just for being Asian. When I say Asian, I'm referring to all of them, of course. My head hurts. My head is genuinely hurting right now because it's so dumb. During World War II, the Japanese definitely had a good control over China, and they had complete control over Korea. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming the new generation for anything, just putting it out there. It doesn't give an idea of what I'm talking about. They would have put up more of a fight if they had more control, of course, and it's not that they weren't putting up a good fight anyway during the period of time, but of course things will reform and things change. I don't see you holding grudges against them for this kind of reason, speaking about things from the past and whatnot. So it just seems like you're just acting as if like the gay rights are bullying you specifically for some reason. I don't see how that works out, but okay.
They couldn't be, if they were on the bus, they had to sit in the back of the bus. How many know what I'm talking about? They couldn't drink from the same water fountain. That's civil rights. Their rights were denied. And to put gays in the same category is absolutely wrong because they've never had those rights taken from them. All right?
Okay, yes, I know where he's getting at. When it comes to how black people and white people were separated, he's acting as if that's two civil rights right there. But when it comes to gay rights, it's not one and the same. Which, what are you talking about? This is a form of gaslighting when you think about it. Again, like I keep asking, what's with these religious individuals and gaslighting? This is so beyond stupid. What the hell?
What they want is the right to have sex and have same-sex marriage. And they said that is a fundamental right that has been denied us. But there's certain laws in our nation. You have the freedom to marry, but there's certain exceptions.
Is this guy brain dead or something? You're doing the exact same thing to the gay people. You're doing the exact same thing. The exact same thing. The exact same thing. It's no different than what you were referring to a moment ago. You're trying to separate the straight people from the gays because ew, gay people are bad because anyway. So you haven't explained anything. So what? This makes no sense. This is a really poor counter argument here.
You have no right to marry your daughter.
Okay. Anyway.
You have no right to marry your sister.
Okay, some of the Bible is actually okay with incest. You just missed that right there.
You have no right to plural marriage.
Can we just stay on topic here? You're going all over the place again here. Ugh.
Cult leader that was sentenced 40 years because he basically had a harem, in the name of Latter-day.
What are you talking about? A lot of you religious people had harems before. That was a thing in the past. What are you talking about?
Extreme Mormonism. You don't have a right to that. That's against
You Christians were against integration. So again, what are you talking about? It is so confusing.
the law. And 30 states have passed a law that you don't have a right to homosexual marriage.
Again, I don't see the connection here really. What does any of this have to do with what you just said with the gay people? What? I'm confused. What are you talking about? This is so dumb. Ugh. Okay, to support what I'm saying here, I'll just let this little clip here play so you know what I'm talking about.
Some of the people are definitely against integration. And they have told my children that they have to marry.
Who told their children?
Now, I think it's going to go constitutionally, and it's going to be go into the Supreme Court.
This. Is she saying that the black family told
This issue is going to be brought to the Supreme Court. But as far as state by state goes, 5 states are for it.
her children that they have to marry black people?
30 states are against it. But even if it's legal, it doesn't make it legitimate.
And my child doesn't even know what a is, but from the sound.
Are you hearing what I'm saying? Just because it's legal does not mean that it's right. Again, at one time,
It has scared them, and they have come home just crying, Mommy, do I have to marry Negroes? And my answer
we had a law saying blacks were not citizens. That didn't make that right.
in handling all the fears that children come in is that you can marry whomever you wish.
I bet. It's so
All right? And so we need to be very careful here that we don't.
hard to live in a society where everybody is equals, huh? That's tough. I get it.
Say because, it's our civil rights are being violated.
All right, that's where his little speech thing, what do you even call it, pretty much ends. So, okay, the thing is that a lot of Christians way back in the day did the very thing that he's referring to, like the whole idea with segregation and whatnot, gotta be separate because God said so. So none of this makes any sense whatsoever. So he's pretty much repeating what those Christians did. He's repeating the same thing, but with straight and gay people. He's just repeating the same thing because a lot of the Christians way back in the day had the same kind of attitude like he did. You can't have interracial marriages. You can have friendship from other people from different races and whatnot. That was a thing back then. Since he brought the whole civil rights thing from right back in the day, The reason we had civil rights because a lot of the Christians way back in the day wanted wanted to pretty much control everybody. Is what I'm getting at. So he's initially doing the exact same thing in some ways, anyway. If it's not exactly the same thing, it at least rhymes. That's what I'm saying. It at least rhymes. History should repeat itself in some kind of shape or form, in one way or another. Is what I'm getting at. So he's not making it clear. A lot of the Christians back in the day would say the same thing, that we're not supposed to intermarry with people from different faiths, from different religions, or what have you, because that's somehow is bullying. You can't have interracial marriages because that somehow is bullying some kind of way. I mean, unfortunately, a lot of people nowadays have the same kind of mindset, even in this day and age, unfortunately, which is the unfortunate truth. So bigotry has not left, is what I'm saying. Bigotry is still around in one way or another. In some kind of shape or another, it's still around when you think about it. But anyway, other Christians are kind of just doing the same kind of thing to some extent because they're acting as if that now people will be more lenient on certain topics when it comes to topics of discussion because they feel like they're being bullied. I don't know how you're being bullied here, but okay, how does that work exactly? How are you bullied? No, really, how are you being bullied here? You acting as if you're being persecuted in some kind of way, and gay people just want to exist. That's literally it. Gay people just want to exist. And in America, I thought the whole idea of America was to have a cesspool of different people. Wasn't that the whole idea to begin with? This is my land, and this is your, and the whole thing, blah blah, California and all that jazz. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are familiar with that song. What happened to that? Or does that apply to some extent? Or it only apply to some extent? Is that what you're trying to tell me here? This doesn't make any sense at all. Just my head hurts. This is so dumb. But like I was saying way before, folks, way earlier in the video, I will post a link down below for my second channel where I'll be talking about movie reviews and such, or movie related topics. And I will post a link down below for Elvis as well if you want to see some stuff for video gaming. Elvis would definitely be more frequent with that. Just throwing that out there. Anyway, just to wrap it up here. He's acting as if this individual here is acting as if that the civil rights is about bullying people. I mean, okay, I'm not going to deny the fact that there are some toxic people within the LGBT plus. I mean, those do exist. Are there any racists in the LGBT plus community? Absolutely. Are there people stupid within this community? Of course. That goes for anybody. That goes for any group. I am not denying that. Are there actual bullies in the LGBT plus community? Of course. Of course there are. But what he's trying to use that as what this individual is trying to do here, he's trying to mask it. Gay people just want to exist. Lesbians just want to exist. The trans people, the bisexual, whoever else you can think of, they just, at least the people who are more level headed anyway. I'm not saying people can't make mistakes because they can. You're only human at the end of the day. But what this individual is trying to do is trying to mark it up and make it as if that, oh, they're all bullies. Oh, they're all bigoted. That's a damn lie. He's just generalizing something that he thinks is happening. They just want to exist. That's it. They just want to pay their taxes. They just want to have jobs. They just want to play video games. They just want to watch movies, yada, 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 yada. Go to the park, go to the beach and whatnot, go to the mall, just like everyone else. So again, what's the problem? I don't know. Anyway, that'll be it, folks. So thanks for watching. Take care. Whatever. It's so stupid.